Welcome back to Bloodsuckers Anonymous. My name is Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
You're supposed to say it with everyone else.
We're the only two people here.
We've been saying this for 3 years.
Habit is an addiction. Other than blood, of course. But...
Hi, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. And my name is Postuma, and Bloodsuckers Anonymous is a support group for all vampires born before this modern era who don't understand it at all.
Yes. And hello.
Hmm. And this episode is called Transformational Trauma for a reason.
Yes. We're going to be discussing our transformational trauma, even if some of us have more than others. 'Cause-
And who is that targeted at?
But not me. So,
I don't have transformational trauma. It was quite an easy life, actually.
well, me too.
Nonetheless, we'll be going from birth all the way to our actual transformation.
Yes. Do you want to start?
Why not?
All right.
Well, my name is Postuma Good. I was born October 15th, 1680 in Cambridge, England. If you know your history, my name comes from the Latin word posthumous, which means I was born after my father's death. He died a year before I was born. I've still not been told why, nor am I that interested in knowing, honestly. But my mother, having only one child and currently pregnant a few years after with my brother, raised us alone. It wasn't that easy of a life. We had wealth, but not much status, you could say. My mother was a seamstress and she sewed for many people in town. But people talk.
Mm.
People have always spoken, and they all said that a child with a name such as mine invited misfortune to Cambridge.
Mm.
Nonetheless, as I got older, I became more quiet. Rumors spread louder than they ever had before, so I was in the house most of the time. I was known for asking many questions that the adults considered inappropriate. Why God allows disease? Why are eclipses feared? Why do people accuse innocent women of witchcraft? That would come to stab me in the back later, but not the point.
Mm.
And as I ruined my family's reputation in Cambridge, it ultimately came to the point where in spring of 1696, me, my mother, and my little brother Thomas all had to leave England.
Oh.
So, 15 years old, I arrived to the Connecticut colony.
Mm.
The merchant ship was disgusting. And when you read what you read in your textbooks is actually pretty accurate when it comes to that point. It was absolutely vile, especially for the time period. If you think about it, we weren't that clean, but that was, oof, my goodness.
Mm.
Nonetheless, we arrived in June.
Mm.
Life was quite harsher than in England. Forests seemed endless, winters were colder, and relationships with neighboring settlements were honestly tense.
Mm.
We all depended on each other for survival, yet we all were too engulfed in ourselves.
That's
Nonetheless, with everything going on, by August of 1697, I was accused of witchcraft along with over 13 other people. The reason for me being that I was sharing my body with the Lord.
well, I think it was more than just the Lord.
I was what did the kids say? Hoeing around.
Mm.
Hoeing around.
I think we could have guessed.
Nonetheless, I ran away all the way to Virginia
Mm.
as I was not trying to die. My family were not defending me whatsoever.
Mm.
So I took my boots, I took my short stature, and I ran. When I made it to Virginia, I joined a brothel. It
Mm.
was the only way for me to make money at the time, though the owner of the brothel was quite odd, if I might say. She was cold, she was quiet, and she never showed up in the mornings. The town had fallen with large illness, so we weren't making much money. But in hopes of getting promoted from where I was, I decided to sleep with her.
Mm.
And
As one does.
I guess we can all see how that ended up.
Mm.
I ended up bleeding out across from town from a solid, oh, hush. Our midnight snack has got out of its cage.
Oh,
Nonetheless, I I died. I practically died on the outskirts of Virginia. But of course, if I'm here today, that wasn't the case.
you clearly survived somehow.
That woman stayed with me for a solid minute and 27 seconds after I awoken, and I never saw her again. The brothel was closed, the town abandoned, and I was left by myself. 346 years later, I'd say I'm doing fine, but if you want to call it transformational trauma, I do not need a therapist.
Well, you never know.
Go on with your story.
Oh, okay. Well, I was born October 6th, 1889, in Lake Charles, Louisiana. My father died about a month after I was born, doing an illness going around.
An
And
illness.
yes, an illness.
What were the symptoms of that illness, Joseph?
Well, I can't be fully sure, but I know they found his body dried up of all blood. So, and they,
Joseph Delacroix. Put some thought into that. Your father was found dried of all blood in his body.
I know it was most likely a vampire, but even still, the thought of someone else killing my father pisses me off so much that I would rather believe it was an illness.
No.
Yes. But as I was saying, my mother became a hysteric due to grief. So she was sent to stay in an asylum. So in order for me to get, someone to take care of me, I was sent to Blacksburg, Virginia with my grandmother and grandfather. My grandfather worked in the coal mines until he basically died there. My grandmother stayed at home doing basically nothing. So, to entertain myself, I started performing with kids from school around 13 years old. And then later on in 1907, I was performing at a music hall when I found this man who intrigued me and attracted me a lot. So, we ended up going on a date the next night, and he told me he could help me advance my musical career. Looking back,
You're a fool's ball, but I don't believe anyone could ever fall for that.
well, I was 18 and I was pretty stupid at the time. So
You still are.
at least I know how to read at 18.
Oh, hot.
Well, I couldn't read between the lines, but I could read a book. So I went back home with him to Boston, Massachusetts, um, because in hopes that he could bring me more fame, fortune, whatever. And also, I did want him a little bit too. So as I was there, we were having a good time at his home. He ended up showing me his homemade liquor, which was, it tasted good at first, but slowly I realized it might have been a bit poisonous. And clearly he didn't think that through. So, in an attempt to save my life, he did turn me into a vampire. But the next morning, I did wake up in the dumpster because I found out that his wife and kids were moving into that same house the next day with him. So that was lovely. So I ended up having to drag myself back down to Virginia and just try to leave it all behind, which I soon realized I couldn't because, well, being a vampire isn't really something you can ignore. So after almost dying several times due to the sun and drinking the blood of the dead and
How
etc.
many times have you done that?
It was only twice.
Are you sure about that?
Hmm?
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm fairly sure. But small coven took me in, and you know, the rest is history, I guess.
You were in a coven. What coven would ever be?
It was a local thing down in Virginia. It was, I think, six of us. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
I've
They,
always preferred to be by myself. Any coven that I saw, I practically ran in the other direction.
well, I was just happy to find people that knew what was going on with me. Once I learned the basic ropes of vampirism, I ran away fast because I didn't have any need for them anymore.
Fast forward to 1992.
1992.
Oh, did I never tell you about that? I'm pretty sure I came across you when you were buried.
Was it in I think during that time I was buried somewhere in like Scotland.
It could have been. It could have been.
Yeah,
Oh, bro, correct?
I think it was Scotland, somewhere around there, I think.
Nonetheless, I'm pretty sure I came across you. You look too peaceful. I didn't want to do it. So I just buried you back up and went on my merry way. But,
You should have woken me up. I did not mean to sleep in until 2011. I meant to wake up around 1991.
well, here you are. Nonetheless.
Yeah, just missed a few decades.
How many decades have you missed?
Well, I missed, hmm.
He did me some face and I drove him home. I don't understand it! You watched the whole thing like some creep. And then I watched you pull over and drain a dog and run down an alleyway for two more raps. This is not a life. That's because you took my life. I got nothing.
So,
Troll break. We had to figure out how to use a calculator.
not my fault. Not my fault. I didn't have as much experience as you did with using technology.
Because you buried yourself for almost 6 decades.
But it was only about four. And also, you would do it too. You would have done it too if you were in my position. Okay?
What decades were you gone for?
Huh?
What decades were you gone for?
Um, most of it was the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and like the first like 2010. So honestly, I don't think I like missed that much. Like what
Oh
even happened
my,
at them?
oh my stars.
Like, I mean, come on. I slept through like 1933 to 1944. It's like nothing even happened. Like not a ton happened then, you know. So like, what did I miss? You know,
Oh, you sweet summer child.
don't call me a child. I'm not even that much younger than you. Okay, we're both over 100.
You've got a point.
Exactly.
But you're telling me you missed World War II,
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
the
I
Great
didn't miss all of World War
Depression
II. Oh, the Great Depression. That was I was alive then. I was around.
for the tail end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. The Great Depression was depressing. Why would I want to be around during that?
Nobody wanted to be around during that.
Exactly. So I buried myself underground.
You missed all that.
Yeah.
Were you here for the Red Scare? The third one?
The what?
Were you here for the third Red Scare?
What's the Red Scare?
Sigh. And then early 2000s, you missed 2001.
Hmm. What happened? What happened in 2001?
That's something I'll let you Google yourself. Actually, no. Let me do it for you. Hold on.
Hold on, 2001 event. Oh.
What is X?
Huh?
What is X?
Oh, I've heard of that. It's some the
I
social
found
the social media apps.
I found a thread on someone saying that it isn't real.
Let me.
You can discuss debates on this thing.
9/11. Oh Lord.
Joseph, we
Happened
can
to New York
debate on this application
on X.
on
That's
X.
stupid. But let me see what this is. Um,
Joseph, you need to help me make an account immediately. You have to aid
all
me
right.
in making an account immediately.
Okay. I'm gonna make one too. This looks weird. Why is-
We have to do this right now. Sorry to all
Okay.
listening.
Well, they can deal with it. X. Do you got a Google account? I think I have one.
We'll figure this out in private. Thank you all for listening to our first very rusty episode of
Oh, yes.
Bloodsuckers Anonymous.
Yeah, strike the subscribe button and hit the like button on youtube.com.
Strike it.
Yeah, that's what the kids say nowadays.
It
I've
seems
heard it.
excessively violent.
We're vampires.
Yes, but we have standards.
Well, it's what the people on YouTube say. I've been watching some of the videos from when I first
Videos.
woke up. Yeah.
What videos?
Well, there's this dude I heard about. What was his name? Let's see, I think Markiplier. A lot of people are talking about him. So I've been checking those out. It's been very
These
I'll I'll send you some. They're the electronic mail.
well, those tiny people in the phones. Please stay around for our next cleaner episode.
Yes.
We're still trying to figure out how to work this thing.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
But bye
But
bye now.
goodbye.